I mean, the year layoff was pretty boring. I love to fight, so the fact that I had to sit on sidelines, I would have loved to at least do one more fight after Devin Haney, but you know how the thing went down.
Boxing fans are abuzz with anticipation as two of the lightweight division's brightest stars, Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, continue to capture the public's interest. Although the long-discussed rematch between these fighters is not on the immediate schedule with each set to face different opponents in May, the buzz around a potential Garcia versus Haney showdown remains self-evident. Fueling the fire, Ryan Garcia had dismissed Haney's legal actions as a desperate attempt to rewrite history, arguing that true champions settle their disputes in the ring, not in courtrooms. Ultimately, Ryan stated that he has nothing more to say to Haney and his team, emphasizing that his only focus is on defeating him again. He made it clear that he does not need to say anything further, as he believes he has already proven that he got the better of Haney in their fight.
This is the weak state of mind this man has. He's taking words and using words against me and in the court of law. So at the end of the day, I don't got nothing to say to these guys. I just want to beat his again, and that's it. I don't have to say anything more. I already proved it. I beat his.
Doubling down on his stance, Garcia later revealed that Devin Haney had to drop his lawsuits for their rematch to take place. He made it clear that he had no intention of granting Haney another fight unless those legal matters were settled, ensuring their focus remained solely on settling their rivalry in the ring.
Is that true?
Yeah.
He did?
I wasn't going to give him the fight unless he dropped it.
So it's done?
Yeah. So, got whatever I wanted.
However, not everyone is convinced that a rematch is as inevitable or as enticing as it seems. Mikey Garcia weighed in suggesting that while both fighters may want it, fan interest might not be as high. He acknowledged the controversy surrounding the first fight, including allegations of PED use by Garcia and concerns over the weight situation. However, he pointed out that both sides had agreed to the weight class beforehand. Despite the drama, Mikey Garcia felt the first fight was a one-sided performance, leaving uncertainty about whether the rematch would generate the same excitement among fans.
They might want to do that rematch again, but I don't know if the fans really need to see the rematch. There was some controversy after the fact, after we learned about positive tests, from Ryan and, issues of the weight. But they agreed to the fight with the weight class, the 3 pounds or whatever it was. And I saw total dominance from Ryan, so I don't know if the fans are as excited to see the rematch. They might be able to pull it off.
Shifting his focus to the immediate challenges ahead, Mikey emphasized that both Ryan and Devin have their hands full before any rematch talk can materialize. He described Raleigh as a relentless fighter who will come to win, making it a difficult night for Ryan. While he still favors Garcia to come out on top, he acknowledges that it would not be an easy fight. With Romero's toughness and power, Mikey expects the matchup to be an exciting and competitive battle.
They ain't in the easy fights either. Rolly's, he's a tough. He's gonna be there to fight. Now, I still think Ryan wins, but it ain't gonna be an easy night. Rolly's is tough, and he also can bang, so it'll be a good fight. I think it'll be an exciting matchup. I think Ryan wins, but it'll be a good, exciting matchup with Jose and Haney.
Echoing similar sentiments, boxing analyst Sean Zittel also weighed in on the Garcia-Romero showdown, labeling it an intriguing clash, but one he expects to end in a knockout victory for Ryan. He acknowledged Garcia's exceptional hand speed, punching power, and clean stance while also pointing out his technical flaws. Despite Garcia's tendency to make unorthodox decisions in the ring, Zittel emphasized that his upright stance and sharp fundamentals remain key strengths. Looking ahead, he believes that if Garcia maintains the right mindset, he has the potential to take over the boxing world.
That's going to be a very interesting fight. Gotta favor Ryan by knockout, but to conclude my little, Ryan bandwagon thing, it's just, he's always had this hand speed and this punching power, and he's got this nice clean base. I know he gives his back. He does a bunch of stupid things technically, but at the end of the day, he's this upright, got this beautiful stance when he got a solid base, power, speed, and I'm almost like, you're with Reynoso now. Let's see you make it happen, man, because you really could be the biggest thing in boxing.
However, Rampage Jackson didn't hold back in criticizing Devin Haney over his handling of the Ryan Garcia situation, blasting him for refusing to accept defeat like a true fighter. Frustrated with what he sees as excuses and unnecessary drama, Jackson emphasized that no one stays undefeated forever, and that real champions move on from losses rather than dwell on them. Confident that Garcia will beat Haney again, he dismissed the legal disputes surrounding their rematch as pointless, urging Haney to take the loss in stride instead of coming off as a sore loser.
Yeah, Devin Haney.
Why?
He had like a f***ing bitch.
Because
I
he's suing?
I can't stand people act like that.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
The rematch, I guess you were taking Ryan to beat him in a rematch.
Yeah, Ryan beat his ass again. And Devin Haney learned not to be a we all lose. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be undefeated. Like, you win or lose, you know what I'm saying? You shit like a man. Don't be going suing motherfuckers and saying all that shit, man. Take your house like a man, like everybody else. Quit being a
Adding another layer to the conversation, former UFC champion Rashad Evans offered a different perspective, cautioning that Romero may be placing too much stock in outdated sparring sessions rather than preparing for the fighter Garcia has become today. Evans warned that Garcia is a dangerous fighter to underestimate and suggested that Raleigh might be overlooking the threat Garcia poses.
As much as I love Rolly, because Rolly's my dude, man, but and he get a lot of slack, but Rolly's mad tough. But I feel like his energy may be banking too much of what happened in the practice room. And I feel like Ryan is really a dangerous person to sleep on. And I feel like he's sleeping on Ryan a little bit.
As the tension continues to build, Garcia is also dealing with his own battles outside the ring, namely the frustration of a year-long absence from competition. A fighter who thrives on competition, Garcia found the inactivity frustrating, having spent months on the sidelines when he would have preferred to stay active. Following his bout with Devin Haney, he had hoped to step back into the ring for another fight, but circumstances prevented that from happening. While he acknowledges the situation that kept him out, Garcia is now focused on making a strong comeback and shaking off the rust when he finally steps between the ropes again.
I mean, the year layoff was pretty boring. I love to fight, so the fact that I had to sit on sidelines, I would have loved to at least do one more fight after Devin Haney, but you know how the thing went down.
Amid his push for a triumphant return, Garcia also faced a significant shift in his training plans. Ryan revealed that he was initially set to train with Eddie Reynoso for his upcoming fight against Rolly Romero. However, scheduling conflicts arose due to Reynoso's commitment to training Canelo Alvarez, leading Garcia to adjust his preparations. As a result, he will be working with his father for this camp instead.
Well, I mean, circumstances just didn't work out this time around, so I'll be training with my dad for this fight, but we still have a great relationship and probably work together in the future.
With his training camp adjusted, Garcia is also refining his strategic approach, recognizing that Romero presents an entirely different challenge from Haney. This time, he plans to remain disciplined and avoid overcommitting, recognizing that Romero is the type of fighter who brings constant pressure. Garcia intends to let the fight develop naturally, focusing on timing and control before taking over as the rounds progress. Confident in his abilities, he believes his overall skill set will be the deciding factor and expects to prove he is the superior fighter when they step into the ring.
I mean, this is a completely different fight. For me, just staying disciplined. Don't try too much. Rolly's going to give you everything you want. So kind of just going to let the fight come to me, and then I'm going to take over. I'm a better fighter all around. So I feel like it's going to show in the fight.
Adding to the anticipation, Fernando Vargas believes Ryan Garcia is coming into the fight highly motivated and expects him to deliver a statement victory over Rolly Romero. He emphasized that with both fighters possessing power and aggressive styles, this fight is destined to end in a knockout.
Ryan, of all the things that are going on with allegations with Devin Haney and all this stuff, I know he wants to have a clean slate. So, he's coming motivated, and I see him, beating Rolly. Probably that fight has to end in a knockout, if you ask me.
Further fueling the excitement, a recently surfaced training clip of Garcia showcases his precision and explosiveness as he sharpens his upward punching technique on a freestanding reflex bag. This specific drill isolates and refines his upward punching technique, emphasizing speed, timing, and accuracy against a rapidly moving target. By drilling them repeatedly, Garcia is honing his ability to generate power from the legs and core in a short, upward motion. Because the reflex bag rebounds quickly, the fighter must react immediately and keep punches accurate. This trains both offensive timing and defensive awareness.
Mucha precisión, vamos. 10 seconds.
Building on that display, another training video captures Garcia working the heavy bag, showcasing crisp jabs and effortlessly unleashing his signature left hook. The clip highlights his speed and precision, reinforcing why his left hook remains one of the most dangerous weapons in his arsenal. With that intensity carrying over into his mindset, Garcia remains focused on feeling sharp and confident as he prepares for his fight against Rolly Romero. He is not concerned about ending the fight early, but prioritizes executing a strong training camp and stepping into the ring in top form. His goal is to perform at his best, ensuring he delivers the fight fans truly want, a highly anticipated rematch with Devin Haney.
It's not about the rounds. I really just want to feel good and feel sharp. And if I get him out there in 1 or 2 or 3, it doesn't matter to me. For me, it's just feeling sharp in camp, feeling sharp going to the ring, confident, and give everybody what they really want, which is that Devin Haney rematch.
Unbothered by the noise, Garcia remains unfazed by the controversy surrounding his victory over Devin Haney, insisting that because he knows he did not take steroids, so nothing changes for him. He acknowledges that Haney and his team have been pushing the narrative that his win was influenced by PEDs. Garcia argues that no performance-enhancing drug can teach a fighter to block a left hook, something Haney failed to do, resulting in him taking significant damage and ultimately being outclassed in their fight.
Because I know I didn't take steroids, it's not going to be much different. I mean, and like the crazy thing is they want to like keep on saying, oh, it's because of the PEDs, it's because of the PEDs. I was on fighting a guy with PEDs. PEDs don't help you block a left hook. You know, he didn't block any of it, and he got his ass handed to him. And I guess for me, it's just proving that I'll do it again.
Doubling down on his stance, Garcia sees little value in a rematch with Haney, dismissing it as an unnecessary repeat of a fight he believes he already dominated. In his eyes, there is little reason to run it back, but he admits he is taking the fight out of respect for Turki Al-Sheikh, who played a key role in making it happen. While Haney and his team continue to push their narrative, Garcia remains confident that the result will be the same.
It's pretty one-sided. There really shouldn't be a rematch, to be honest. I'm just doing it for Turki. There really shouldn't be a rematch. It wasn't close. I beat him easy.
Making his true intentions clear, Garcia admitted that his ideal next fight was not a rematch with Haney, but rather a high-stakes showdown with Teofimo Lopez. He pointed out that during the press conference, he and Lopez exchanged the most words, making the build-up even more intense. Garcia emphasized that Lopez was someone he genuinely wanted to face, seeing it as a high-stakes clash that would have delivered fireworks inside the ring.
I wanted to go after Teofimo. That's why me and him chirp more than everybody else. I just feel like that's who I really wanted to fight for, you know, the next big fight. And I actually wanted to fight Pitbull Cruz. You know, I wanted to go Pitbull Teofimo, but Pitbull pulled out. And then Teofimo, you know, Turki really wanted Devin Haney rematch, so it is what it is.
Meanwhile, Devin Haney made it clear that his primary focus is on Jose Ramirez, emphasizing that he cannot afford to overlook his upcoming opponent. While a rematch with Ryan Garcia looms, Haney understands that he must first handle business against Ramirez before shifting his attention to Garcia. Aware of the challenges ahead, he remains locked in on securing a victory in May before setting the stage for the highly anticipated showdown with Garcia.
I mean, right now it's Jose Ramirez. That's my main focus, and then we'll get to Ryan. But I can't overlook, you know, Jose Ramirez, because, you know, I gotta win that fight to get to the Ryan fight, and that's what I'll do. So once I get past Jose Ramirez, then we'll start back thinking about Ryan.
Drawing parallels to Floyd Mayweather's rise, Devin Haney believes embracing a villainous persona will propel him to superstardom, and he predicts that his own career will reach similar heights once he adopts that role. According to Devin, the fans are eager to see him lose. Relishing the drama of a true villain, he insists that while he may have been perceived as the good guy, his real nature was more in line with a bad guy hiding behind a heroic facade.
I mean, that's when Floyd became the big star, is when he became the villain. And I think the same way. I think that's when I'll become a massive star now that I'm crossing over, and people want to see me lose now. They want to pay to see me lose. So I'm happy.
Did you feel that same energy before?
No, I mean I was a good guy. I feel like I was a good guy, but I was really the villain. Like I was secretly the bad guy, but I was acting like the good guy.
Haney expressed confidence in his move to welterweight for his May showdown against Jose Ramirez, expressing confidence that he will feel much better at 147 pounds. He emphasized that he is naturally a bigger fighter and expects to be far more comfortable at welterweight, suggesting that the jump in weight will allow him to perform at his best without the strain of cutting down to a lower division.
I think I'm gonna feel better. I think I'm gonna be much better, much stronger. I'm naturally a bigger guy, and 140 is, I can make 140, but I feel more comfortable. I will feel more comfortable at doing this catch weight, and it's at 144. So I'm excited about that, and yeah.
And if Ramirez thinks sheer pressure will be enough, Haney is making it clear that he has seen it all before. Devin stated that his opponent relies solely on pressure, constantly coming forward in an attempt to break his opponent down. Haney emphasized that he has been facing fighters with that approach since childhood and believes it would not present any new challenges. Devin added, "I have seen a million Jose Ramirez in my career, so it'd just be another day at the office for me." Confident in his skill set, he sees Ramirez's game plan as predictable and expects it to have little impact on the outcome of their fight.
Have we seen him not do that? That's his only style of fighting, is to go in there and come forward, try to put the pressure, and so I've been fighting guys like Ramirez since I was a kid, so that's pretty much everybody's game plan against me, so it won't make a difference.
Yet, while Haney dismisses Ramirez's approach as predictable, the former champion himself sees this as the perfect stage to prove otherwise. Jose Ramirez is looking forward to delivering a great performance in his upcoming fight, emphasizing his desire to showcase an improved version of himself. Grateful for the opportunity, he understands the magnitude of the moment and what is at stake. Aware of both the rewards and the consequences, Ramirez is fully prepared to rise to the challenge and make the most of this crucial fight.
It's gonna be a great show, I just hope to show a better version of myself, and I'm thankful for this opportunity, and I know what this opportunity means to me, and I know the consequences, the goods and the bad. So this is it, the time has come for me to show who I am, and that's it.
And it is that very confidence that fuels Ramirez's belief that Devin, for all his technical prowess, is far from untouchable. Jose acknowledged Haney's sharp jab and impressive footwork, but pointed out what he sees as a major flaw in Haney's defense. He believes Haney relies too heavily on the shoulder roll but has not mastered it. According to Ramirez, this defensive style leaves Haney vulnerable, making him easier to hit compared to fighters who have perfected the technique. Confident in his ability to exploit those openings, Ramirez sees this as a key factor in their upcoming clash.
Yeah. He has a great jab. He moves well on his feet. But sometimes, the biggest mistake that he does is sometimes he relies so much on the shoulder roll and wants to stay there, and he gets touched. I don't think he's mastered that shoulder roll defense like Mayweather, like other fighters have, so I feel like he's, you could touch him,
As the buildup intensifies, both Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney remain laser focused on their respective challenges ahead. With tension brewing and statements flying, the anticipation for their eventual rematch continues to grow. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fight updates. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the latest boxing news. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.